Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a very interesting team here. We have a triple Tapu team. I did like the one poll there on YouTube where I asked which teams I should run for the Ultra League, and also a lot of people wanted to see this. So I actually powered up my Tapu Bulu just for this video. I kind of wanted to have one anyway for the level 40 Master League and one for the level 50 Master League. So I thought I'm just going to go for my 98 version, as I already have a 100% version next to the 40. As we go here against a very XL meta, and we're gonna completely destroy my opponent here. They're just gonna surrender against me. It actually went way better than expected. I didn't go positive at all, I think. Like, I did like 35 battles with this. You see the best battles, but it's not that I got completely wrecked and never had a chance or anything like this. I had one set where I went 5-0 with triple Tapus, and I'm actually at very high elo, by the way. Like, especially in the beginning, I had like Q times like crazy. I have a very high elo. I played against a lot of people who I know prior that they're very good. So yeah, like this is not only against like people who would usually be at ace or anything like this. Those are actually normal players who have to face off against my triple Tapu team, which here again has also some nice things because this is a very dark type meta, and we see a Tapu Lele coming in here. I'm just gonna shield here expecting that this is a dazzling gleam, to be honest, and we are right, which is gonna mean that we're gonna be able to pretty easily win this battle, as we can go for one Moonblast our own and we can just KO this and my opponent surrenders. There were a lot of teams which had 2 dark types in there, and if we have 3 fairy types in there, it's of course good for us. Next up, we're gonna have Shadow Machamp in lead coming into a Shadow Snorlax. This was actually one of the first battles I played with this team. I remember this actually. And we're gonna bait here with the Surf on the Tapu Fini because they don't really want to get the damage from the Moonblast. We can shield up their Body Slam and we get them very low. And the Machamp, of course, is not really a problem for us anyway, as we're gonna be able to have like just 3 fairy types. So like, of course, the lead matchup is the best matchup against the Machamp, but we can just farm on the Snorlax, have a move stored with our Tapu Bulu. We can go for a Grass Knot and get them like very low, as they swap out into their Stunfisk, and Stunfisk against the Tapu Bulu right now is actually not the worst matchup for us. Of course, we resist the Mud Shot damage, but we kind of have to be careful with like catching the moves, and here we caught the Rock Slide, which is nice, and we have to get them very low. I think this was kind of a misplay on going for this. I still need 2 Grass Knots anyway. I should have went for the Moonblast, which would have allowed me to, I think, only need 1 Grass Knot, but yeah, my opponent finishes that off with the Rock Slide. We can shield up his Rock Slide here and expect him to switch out soon. So I'm just gonna farm up, and they swap out there perfectly into our move. We can go for 1 more Grass Knot, and I think we need 1 more Grass Knot to win this game, and we're gonna be able to get there just in time. Good game to my opponent. Tapu Bulu comes in clutch, and of course, this is the team that made the most sense out of the 4 Tapus. Of course, I still have my Ultra League Tapu, what is called Tapu Koko, but it doesn't really make too much sense in this kind of team, as we kind of need something to beat the G-Fisk as well. I guess Tapu Koko would make sense against Registeel. Our team is very weak against Registeel, so I guess that would be good, but we were just hoping that we don't encounter that many Registeels, I guess, with this team, because like we would lose completely here, as we have this face off against the Duck, which is kind of cool, and we see the Jellicent, which we have our Tapu Bulu in the back. Of course, they're gonna go for a move here right now, as a Shadow Ball gonna do more than half of our health, but we have our Grass Knot stored as well, which we can get very fast to with our Bullet Seed. This gets the shield from the opponent, we get the extra move through, and I hope that we can get at least 1 more move off against them, but they bait me, which is kind of annoying, as this will not KO now, and they can go for a move, but I swap out, they go into their Swampert. We can go for 1 Moonblast. Does this KO my opponent? It does not, and this is really unfortunate, as they can get to 2 moves now, and that's gonna win him the game, I guess, as he still should have a move with the Tapu and with the Jellicent here, but they actually don't, and we're gonna be able to win this still. I have no idea how, but that was kind of nice. Nidoqueen, of course, something that a lot of people would want to see with a triple fairy team, especially with the Tapu Bulu in the back, which is double weak against the poison type moves, which is not really cool. Yeah, like we can just stay in there, we get the shield. We can actually let this go because Tapu Fini is pretty bulky, and they swap out into their Umbreon. We go into a Bulu. there was one game which I didn't put in here on purpose. There was one game where my opponent led with a Poison Jab, a Lowland Mug, and you see my team, there's nothing I can do. Like my first Pokemon, all moves are resisted basically, and like I get too much damage against the Tapu Fini. Of course I do some damage, but like against Poison Jab plus also the Acid Spray, there was nothing I could do, and I just quit out of that. Like there are sometimes Pokemon you cannot beat with this kind of teams. Of course it's not a competitive team, but it was fun to use as my opponent ramps up his attack. I expect him to swap out someday. So I'm just gonna shield this up, expecting him to swap, but they don't swap. I can go for the Surf. I hope that I get a shield here. I do get the shield. Do they swap? No, they swap now. Give me extra farm. They go for the move here. Do we survive still this move? We are like 1 HP in a dream now, and we survive this 1 HP. We can go for the Moonblast, finishing off this Scrafty and winning us the game. That was kinda insane. I had some games that were coming down to like 1 HP in a dream like this one, and it was always funny to use. We see here someone going into the Umbreon, and of course we're gonna go into our Tapu Bulu now, as we can avoid the poison type, as we have some nice lag there. This was very sweet. I love it. We see the last result coming through again, and we can go for the Dazzling team here, which is doing some nice damage, but they actually shielded up, which is okay. We can go for another one here. I think I'm gonna shield this. Yeah, I'm gonna shield this, as I kind of want to get to another one, but they swap into their Nidoqueen, which was kind of smart, I guess. Catching the move here, KOing us at the same time. We can go for our charge move with our Tapu Lele, and this is gonna get the shield from my opponent. I'm gonna shield up as well, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna shield up as well. He goes for the Earth Power, which is nice. Should be able to farm all the way down with Fini, but I am actually not able to. They go for the Poison Fang with a 1 HP in a dream. And let's see what they have in the back. They're gonna go into the Umbreon. We can go for one Moonblast. Does this KO the Umbreon? Super effective Moonblast. Gonna come through, and it doesn't KO. And this is the attack drop though. I think it doesn't KO me anymore. Yeah, it doesn't. And has a Scrafty in the back which can farm us down, but they actually go for the charge move here, which was nice for us. So we're gonna be able to go for the Moonblast now. Can we still win this match here? It's gonna come down to the wire. We see the Umbreon here, and we can get another move off, and they have 1 HP, and there is nothing we can do here. Sadly, they win with 1 HP. The game before we won with 1 HP. Kinda sad there, but I am fine with that. It's totally okay. We see the G-Fisk here, and they just stay in for whatever reason, as we can get a Surf off, as we can get them low, and they get a free mud shot in because I'm frozen there for whatever reason, but it's fine. We call the bait, and we're just gonna shield this one up now because it's supposed to be the Earthquake. It's not, and we're gonna try to go for our move here. And they're gonna shield this up, but they don't throw for whatever reason. We can just farm all the way down. They go into an XL Hitmon top, as we can go for one Moonblast. Does this KO this? Does he let this go? He let this go, and he's gone, and we see the Scrafty in the back. And Tapu Bulu has a nice time there. My opponent just gonna surrender there. Good game there. Next up, again, Jellicent lead. We actually faced a lot of Jellicent, which is really bad for this team, to be honest. But our Tapu Fini here gonna be able to tank those Shadow Balls pretty easily, as we can go for one Moonblast, which should do pretty much the same amount of damage to him, as they gonna let it go as well. And I actually can shield this up, I think, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm fine. I can just go now into my Tapu Bulu. I'm actually fine with the HP he's at. I should be able to farm all the way down without a problem. Of course, they can still get to a move here, which I'm not gonna shield. It's a Bubble Beam, that's amazing. They get not to another move, which is really good for us, and they go into their fighting. I have no idea what just happened. Why the hell is he not going into the Talonflame against me, but into the Pokemon that I actually like? Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Like, literally, he knows my entire team. This play didn't really make too much sense, but I take it as now this Talonflame gets low enough where I should be able to farm down with the Tapu Lele here, as they can go for one Psy Shock. KOing this, they're actually gonna let it go, and we can just swap out, go for one Dazzling Beam, and boom, this thing is gone, and we're gonna be able to win this game. I don't know, like, very weird play by my opponent. Maybe they thought I have like Stone Edge or anything like this on this. It would be cool, because it definitely learns like some rock type coverage moves, but sadly the Tapu Bulu doesn't have them right now, I think. They go to their Mandibuzz here. Mandibuzz are definitely a Pokemon that I'm still gonna try to get. Like, if you're, by the way, at GoFest or the Bremen Regionals, keep your Mandibuzz or like your Willoughbys for trade, please. Like, I would love to get some traded for like lowest friendship level, as you kinda need this. I still have like the one that I have, my Mandibuzz is still from an egg, I think, when I showcased it first. So yeah, I haven't got a good one yet from trading, and I traded a lot of them, so sadly I don't get them from X anymore. I don't know, like do you get like Volibee still from X? Like I only get the Ponyard from X. I got a 100 recently. Maybe I showcase that in the Master League soon, but yeah, not very lucky. We see my opponent going into a Scrafty here. You know what we can do here. We can go for the boom. We go for the Moonblast by Scrafty. Like Scrafty hates my team. Like Scrafty has nothing to do here. We see so many Scrafty, which is hilarious. As we see another Talonflame coming in against here, we can just stay in here. We have to stay in here anyway. I think they lagged for one turn, as we can go for the Psyshock in time, which we're not supposed to. I think, yeah, he definitely had to lag one turn there. They go for the Flame Charge. We can just go for the Farm Down, I guess. And we're gonna shield this up as well. So we're gonna get him low enough that we don't really care too much about him being there, and they're gonna let us go. We see the Granbull coming in. The thing with Granbull is it has not a single move that really hits us super effective. It usually runs the Crunch plus Close Combat, and of course against Fairy types. Neither of those moves really do damage, but it doesn't matter anyway. They let it go, and yeah. Hi, Scrafty. Again, here you go. There's a Moonblast for you. Bye. It's so annoying for them. Like, holy hell, how many Scrafties do you see already? Gengar, this is kind of interesting, as Gengar is like some Pokemon that does a lot of damage with like Shadow Punch and their quick move, but we would be able to farm down. They go into their fighter now, which is very interesting as well. I guess they're not really expecting some type of psychic type, and I thought, okay, this is most likely the Brave Bird here. I'm just gonna shield up. It was just a Night Slash, so that means that they don't have Brave Bird on this. They shield up though, which is good for me. That's really good for me, as I'm gonna try to farm all the way down now, I think. And this works out pretty well. I guess they're lagged there, but it doesn't matter anyway, as we would have hard countered them anyway. Next up we have Deoxys defense, which is of course a little bit tricky, but the counter is double resisted against my lead here. Of course our quick move is resisted, but we have the Moonblast, which is gonna do massive amount of damage here. I guess also I actually should go into Fini, to be honest, here at this point. They swap out into the Warren, which is good. I shouldn't have swapped there, I guess. Against Warren, this team is definitely a little bit weak, but against the Deoxys defense, Tapu Fini is really good, actually, I think, because of the Water Gun quick move. The Deoxys defense has next to no HP stats, like it has like a lot of defense but next to no HP, so like having a one-turn move, you really chunk that thing down over time. And we see the Warren here just KOing me, but it's fine, we can shield it up here. We should be able to get them low enough that we get to a move here. Yeah, we get to the move, please let this go. And they do. And we see the Deoxys coming in. I don't think we can win this game, to be honest. I don't see how we are going to be able to win this here anymore. They go for the Rock Slide. I'm just going to shield up. They go for another move, which is going to be the Psycho Boost, most likely. Yep. Which does half of my health. And they go into their Scrafty. I'm just going to go straight for the move. I don't think they're going to bait me here like anything. Yeah, exactly. Just going straight for the move was the right play. But yeah, we go for the Grass Knot. Can we still win this? They go for the move here, which is gonna be the Psycho Boost. Can we still survive a move with our Tapu Lele? I mean, like, Psycho Boost would be resisted. He's already 2 stages low. He goes for the Psycho Boost. We actually die from that. I didn't expect this. He's 2-stage debuffed. It's resisted. I have no idea how this KO'd me. Sand Slash. I think I remember this game as well. I don't think it really went too well for me. We have two good answers for Sand Slash in the back, I guess, but we see the Cresselia coming in here, which is, with Grass Knot, of course, a problem against Tapu Fini. Actually, if it has Moonblast, you should be able to survive 2 moves, which is really good for you, as you can get off way more moves than against him. But here, like this, you can only get him really low, and they can go for the Grass Knot, and there's not a lot that you can do. As I'm gonna go into my Tapu Lele, and they go into their Jellicent, meaning that, yeah, like he already has the answer out of the way for his Sand Slash as well, which is gonna be a little bit of a problem later on. We can go for the Grass Knot here, which should KO him, but they're actually not gonna shield. That's interesting. And they're gonna go into their Cresselia. I'm just gonna shoot this up, I think. And I think I make a mistake here. I didn't expect him to have that much energy. I actually don't know how he has that much energy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how. And they go for a move here against me, trying to snipe me with a Night Slash. Didn't work out. They get the attack boost. I think the attack boost actually mattered, as I don't think he would have been able to KO me here, but I still can get to a move, but they get to a lot more energy, which is kind of sad. And this doesn't really look too good. They go for the Night Slash here. I can try to farm down, which works out pretty well, but there's not a lot that I can do here anymore. We go for the Grass Knot, but like what's supposed to happen here? We actually still get there in time with a 1 HP and a Dream Tapu Bulu with, of course, the perfect PvP IVs there as a 98%. Yeah, we're still gonna be able to win this, which is insane. We see the Jellicent here into the last battle, and the Jellicent, of course, is still one of the worst Pokemon to face with this team, as they can go for the Shadow Ball here. We can go for the Moonblast. Does this Moonblast do a lot of damage? I think it does. We see the shield coming up, which is kind of annoying for us, but I think I'm just gonna let it go here, shouldn't I? I actually shield. I mean, at least we shield the Shadow Ball, so we can go for another Moonblast, but not really worth it all the time. They shield again, which I'm fine with. I should just let it go. They throw the move here. It's most likely Bubble Beam, is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, just let it go. As we can align our Tapu Bulu. He's also in range for 1 Psyshock now, which is nice. I'm just gonna let this go, as I know that they only have Shadow Ball. As I misplay completely here, expecting that they don't have anything else in the back, and yeah, that like in general, that I didn't think that would be a Shadow Ball already, and they can get to another Shadow Ball here, so this game is over. Like, we only have Tapu Lele against the entire team. Like, what's supposed to happen? We see the Nidoqueen coming in here, which is kind of okay for us as we have 1 Psyshock, but this doesn't even KO. As my opponent swaps into the Scrafty, as we can go for 1 Moonblast here now. This Moonblast gonna be able to KO the opponent easily, and we can farm now with 1 Confusion and winning us the game. Tapu Lele just sweeping the entire game there. That was insane. Thanks all for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.